Hi, I'm Melissa Francis, back with Timeless Creations, and I'm here for part 2 of our beautiful home decor wall hanging. And this episode, we're going to show you how to make the albums. Also, too, I'm going to show you how to decorate our hangers. You can see our beautiful hangers, and these are our clips. And the neat thing about these clips is you can keep going and going and going. When I originally did this, I actually punched holes in it and did ribbon, and we hadn't got the clips in. And as soon as the clips came in, I'm like, I have to do it with the clips. So I'm just going to show you today on how to do the album, and I'm just going to unclip it for now, and that's the neat thing is that you can unclip and clip these really easily. And I'm just going to show you how we did the album. This is our resin frame. They're really, really beautiful. And what we did is I took one of these big bites because you can get in really, really far like this. Like some of the crocodiles, you can only get this far, but this one will get you right into where you need to go. And you're just going to punch a hole. But the best thing you want to do is make sure that you're getting it where you want it. So you're going to take your background. And what I did is I did kind of, as you can see here, there's a bit of a base underneath, and that also helps me when I'm using the big bite to know where I'm going. And the neat thing too, I don't know if you can see on the sample, is I like to distress it. There's a lot of distress tools out there, but sometimes you don't have to spend money on these fancy tools. You can actually use scissors, and you can kind of go in and go like this. Isn't that cool? How you can just get distressed. And that's what I kind of did with mine. And you're just going to put it down like that. And then you're going to glue it down, and then once we get our album frame, then you're going to know where to do the big bite. So what you want to do next is get some cardstock. I did pink because of the papers that I chose, but you can do any color, it's up to you. And just take 12 by 12 cardstock, and you just want to cut them up. And I just, because it was a whole sheet, I have more here, but you want to do 3.5 inches. And the reason why you want 3.5 inches is because that works in the circumference of the frame. So you're going to do 3.5 inches, and then you're going to run it through again, and you're going to score at 3 inches. So of course, 3 times 4 is 12, so that you're going to have that. And you want to do that twice on both of these. And if you look here, I've done this already. I've pre-scored them like this, and you're going to join them, and you're going to glue these two together. I'll kind of maybe show, it's maybe easier to shoot down. So you've taken them like this, and you're going to glue these two together, because you're going to, and this is where you should, I always say check twice and glue once, because you're going to do the frame like this, and you want to make sure that it opens. You don't want the frame, if you want it to opening the way you want it, like this. Actually, it doesn't really matter, does it? Never mind what I just said, it'll work either way. But what you want to do is you're going to glue this on, and you want to glue the back sides together. So you see that? So this way, when you open your album, I'm just going to take the frame off, and I'll make it easier. So again, you're going to glue these two together like this, and then you're going to glue this, the back sides together. So that when you have your album, the back will be glued, that'll be glued, and that'll be glued. All right, so and that's how you're going to get your album like this. But you do not want to glue the resin to the album just yet. You now want to bring in your chipboard. You want to bring in your backer, definitely glue it down, see where you want to put it, and then now use your big bite. And then what I did is I just took seam binding, it's up to you if you want it distressed or not, and I just cut a piece. Longer is always better, and I just did like triple knots. So if you look right here, you can see I did a big giant knot in the back, and it'll hang flat on your wall. Don't worry about it for that tiny little knot. And then you're going to knot it through, and you're going to have it kind of hanging out. Now, because this is how it looks. I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to untie it right here, and you're going to see. And then actually, when I did my cardstock, and then I actually put paper on top, and then I put little tabs. I just did circle punch, and just put the circle punch, and I did it on the inside. So that's how you can get that little. And so I need to now show you how to do this. So when you get your frame done, you want to put your photo in now. And whatever you want to do. And you want to then bring in your other piece of seam binding. So about this length again. Longer is always better, and then sometimes over time the seam binding will fray. So you just want to bring the seam binding in, and this, you just want to make a knot. You don't want to make a long tail here, and you'll see what I mean in just a second. So you're just going to cut this in a nice point. And I strongly suggest, if you're going to use seam binding, to use fray check, because the fray check just goes in the end and stops the frames, especially for over the years of wear and tear. So we're just going to imagine that our photo is in here, and then we have this piece like that. And then we're going to imagine that there's a hole here, and this other piece is coming up. And that's how you get the two pieces. So this comes on, and you're going to glue the back to your base, and this is up here, and that's how you can see this is coming through the back, and do the front, and just go like that. And lastly, I want to show you one other little technique that I have so many people ask me how to do, and you can see on here, it's a double bow. It's so simple. People always ask me, how do you do the double bow? So what you're going to do is you're just going to, if you want, you can tie a knot, just like you're tying your shoes. I go like that, and you're going to do one loop. Again, just imagine you're tying your shoes. This is what I always tell my students. Just tie your shoes, tie your shoes. You just want to make sure that that first knot is nice and snug like that. Then you're just going to grab your tails, and you're just going to tie another knot. And just imagine, close your eyes, you're tying your shoes again, and that's how you get these really cute double knots. I'm Melissa Francis with Timeless Creations, and I want to thank you for joining me and learning how to do this fabulous project. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed showing you how to do it. Take care, and we'll see you soon.